Alright, hey, welcome to another video I'm going to be doing. The second part is I'm modding up my game, following a very, um, we'll just call it unfortunate ending for my official playthrough. So I'm just going to stop with that playthrough, and now I'm going to do modded, and just, it, there's been so much, it's been like I'm not regretting it now that I've been looking at the mods and deciding on what I wanted to get, seeing what's new, what's out there, what's working, what's not working. Um, I'm just really blown away by like some of the mods, and I'm like, these are exactly addressing the issues that I have with the game, right? So we're gonna go over, in my first one, I was talking about in the first part of this live video, I talked about how you could do your due diligence. And that's just before you install a mod, just make sure you read everything, right? Like you want to look at the date that it was published, when was it last updated. You want to look at the mod author's description, make sure there's nothing in there like that's gonna, like maybe it'll say like the mod author will be like, make sure you change and go to this file and go into the INI settings and change this. That's not often the thing, but it may be more important that the mod author goes, oh, by the way, this mod will not work with this other mod. It'll cause your game to mess up, right? So you want to look for things like that. Then the second thing you're going to want to do is look at the discussion, right? Whatever's between people posting on that mod, excuse me, if they are reporting an issue, then you don't want you probably don't want to download the mod, right? So this also gets a little more tricky when you start looking at, excuse me, when you start looking at, what is this guy give him? Oh, when you start looking at mod, my God, hang on. Just dysphagia again going on here. Anyways, so yeah, just make sure you do your due diligence. So I'm amending my mod list right now, and I'm gonna get while I'm doing that, I'm gonna explain why I have the mods I have. So I'm not sure about this one. I'm a little torn. I was thinking about taking it off. I'm subscribed to it. It adds a stealth transporter. I like this part. Add the software to compatible sit in a pilot chair to arm the stealth system. Yeah, this is kind of interesting because the stealth system is in the game, right? Like they do have it because you use it in one mission, kind of like a transponder. Like, don't look too long at the ship. Let's see. Let's see. We got, okay, flying within 2 kilometers of a station or a non-player ship, they'll be able to tell, and then you get shot. Okay, so it's kind of like the Expanse, right? Like when they changed the Rocinati's, transponder code. So something kind of like that, and it makes sense. But the one thing I'm not really too cool about is disable cover faction mode. Cool tip I learned after 13. In the other map filter settings, there is an option to enable disable cover faction mode, which allows you to issue orders and stuff while you yourself are in stealth mode. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting. It is compatible with VRO. Uh, See, he has a torpedo though. So I'm curious to know what are we looking at for damage here? One stealth transponder code. Okay. It should be more. Wait, okay, it's an M-class ship. I wonder if that price goes up depending on the ship. Um, Maybe I'll check it out. I'm kind of curious. Let me watch this video.
Argon training station. Cover activated. Cover deactivated.
So that's him firing it. That's like way
Danger.
more. That's not a nuke, man. That's like a straight up. Whoa. That's way overpowered, man.
Explosion imminent.
I
Danger.
mean, it makes sense to me, but in a way. But it should be like the station should be able to detect a warhead like that coming at it. Ooh, man, that's really that sketch mode, man. Oh, damn,
Cover
that
activated.
sucks. I want it, but I don't want to have the torpedoes in the game. So I guess I'll use it. I'm not going to use the torpedo because I like the idea of stealthing to get past certain areas. Like, because I'll be playing a pirate, so I'm setting up
Now,
a pirate game.
Sentinel.
Okay, so I guess I'll keep it, but let's keep going to other mods. I'll work it for the top. Let me refresh this list. Actually, let me give a thumbs up because you should always do that with mod authors, right? I mean, these people are gamers and they just, you know, made a mod for you, so why not? I'm not. I like. Uh, I'm taking this out because I don't want to have. Um, I want to have that pirate look, but KO's mods are awesome. These are all like, uh, basically quality of life, just basic things. Daily scan range, pretty um, straightforward. This is. I wonder why your ships were continue to fight with 5% hull when they clearly needed to be fixed for it. Now you also find yourself too lazy to go through all the menus, clicking to find them. Tell them go fix your phase. This mod adds a right click closest repair resupply. It's just smart, right? Like this makes sense. So go fix your phase is like the guy's not gonna fight until he's dead and keep engaging, and that fixes a flaw in the AI logic, right? So let's go on to the next one. Space Licks and Chill. Get notified of any hot big battles happening in the universe. Automatically live stream view them. Um, Privacy, please. What is this? Yeah, see, there's an issue. That mod is not there. See, I don't want this to happen though all the time. If I only notify set station. Wait, is there any way to control the camera in this? It's always zoomed in. Camera doesn't. Um, this is interesting. I don't know if does this force you get notified of any big battles happening and automatically live stream view them? What if I don't want that to happen though? And especially later in the game, I'll see. Worst case, it's something that isn't going to break the game if I take it out. Um, okay, so going down here to Mercenaries for Hire. I think this was the motto I was looking at, so I really liked this. This is basically like you can hire mercenaries to do some shady stuff for you. And I really think that's awesome. That's a really kind of cool way um to to just kind of have this kind of pirate sort of thing. It adds an element to the game, so it's really cool. Replenish missiles, like seriously, I don't understand why they don't do this already. Emergency jump. I think this is like if the ship can jump, damage ships will attempt to emergency jump away from danger. This is not automatic. Open comms with the individual ship to enable emergency jump drive. Okay, so only medium, okay, large, and extra large have jump drives. That's right. Okay, so that makes sense. Oh, so it's within the same sector, so that's really smart. So they're basically gonna spool up that jump, and it's just kind of get them from point A to B. It makes sense that they would have this. So I'm just curious though, if this enable the I wish there was a toggle to enable this automatically. Being able to tell a fleet commander to enable fleet is great, but you can't do it for ships assigned to stations. Maybe just automatically for ships. Okay, so okay. Adding a subordinate to a fleet that has emergency jump drive will enabled jump drive enabled will automatically enable it for the subordinate. Okay. Um, I'll see how it plays out. But I really am interested to know. Really interesting to know if this works with um like the other factions, not the player faction, but the factions in the game. If they use emergency jump, then it could really start making the game pretty cray cray. So, it makes sense, but I'm not gonna do this because I don't wanna. Uh, okay. I think I'm not gonna do this. It's an interesting idea, but I'm just afraid I'm gonna remove that. Yeah. Refresh this, so it should be popped off or not. Okay. Chill turrets. This is my set and forget turrets. Okay, yeah, this is really smart. So basically, what it is your turrets it's a smarter logic system for the turrets. Of course, they're going to shoot at missiles first, and then they'll go to. So right now, with the game as it is, you have to set the turrets. You have a list. It's really nice that they have this great list, right? Which I'm sure this is what he's hooking into. But why isn't it that the turret guy, let's say you're on that turret, right? You're the guy controlling that turret, and you're looking right at a missile coming at you, but you're like, well, I was only told to shoot at fighters, so, and the ship gets hit by a missile. So what this does is just all ships just kind of they use their turrets intelligently. You can set it different. War Pact. Okay, this was another one that I found interesting because there's really no kind of diplomacy in the game, and I ran into this issue when what made this really kind of suck was when I went to war with the Terrans, I was going to have to destroy the pioneers of Sagaris. Let's see. See, I don't know if you should be able to drag people in war just because you go there, though. Can I ally with pirate factions? Um, okay, so this is another cloaking thing. What's this? War Pact, your allies will also affect your reputations. No, I don't want to deal with that. It's an interesting idea, but the more I read on it, I'm not going to do that. Headhunter. I think this just adds like a really cool element where you can hunt down, yeah, bounties and, people are wanted, so it adds a neat little bounty system into the game. So hopefully I'm unsubscribed from that. Roaming fleet. Let's see what we got going on here. What is Act Check? Okay. Oh, that's an app I have. Is that game per the logbook entry spam? Okay. Set home and destination sector, and fleet pilot will travel that direction, hunting on the way, not using cheating methods. By default, the commander use of the player faction's intelligence, meaning satellites and other player faction ships. Okay. No ESV, okay. The commander ships will scoop up loot after battle. Optionally, they will deposit at the player HQ. Okay, that's cool. Commanders will prefer to engage small ships. To engage small ships, smaller or similar ships to themselves first. Kills while on roam award a bounty credit. Wait, what? Why? Killing an enemy of the sector owner reputation. Rewards reputation with the owning faction. Makes sense. Yeah, okay, got you. Alright, I do agree with this. Because you're basically helping them to keep their sector clean. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Mod options. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. That's fun. So let's go. I can't believe I'm already at 4 pages, and I'm not even touched on my mods for Nexus, but player restock subordinates. Okay, so you basically have a player that's going to go around resupplying if they have the ability. Improved spacesuit. It's exactly what it sounds like. You get better, just better stuff. Better kill credit. I think this might have an issue with some of the other mods, so I'm gonna unsubscribe from that one. I do want to thumbs up these. I don't think I thumbed up these last ones. Okay. So narrow distance of formation, good God, this is an amazing sounding mod. Like, I hate that your ships will spread so far out. It's interesting that there's not been a lot of, I mean, that's pretty actually really close formation flying. But, you know, I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a shot. This is one of these things I can remove. It's not going to break the game. Cheat menu. I use this not to cheat stuff in for myself, but when something's broken, this has helped me in the past. Tater Trade, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this because it's an awesome mod, but there's also some new trader a trade system that I was looking at, so I'll keep it for now. Again, it's something that maybe I can remove if you know, I'm gonna have to just file or fire the game up and see how the mods play with each other. Better target monitor. This is awesome. Let me thumbs up these guys. Basically what this does is it has this uh information that's added to your target, which just makes sense. It's not like cheating in any way. It's just making the game better, right? It's just this is how you should see information. What like what's your closure rate, your current speed, what's ETA to intercept, things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just it just makes sense. Yeah. This is an API, just enables other mods to work. Better piracy, I've already installed that. And forgot to like these. Sector Explorer, so this guy, Sernuk, I think this is Sernuk. Anyways, let me click on it actually so I can give a sailor. Okay. So he makes really smart mods. So when you tell your guy to go explore an area, the default game logic is kind of what's a nice way to put it? So it's broken ASF, right? So what he does is like this is a ship. Starts out and then it creates a small hexagon around it. Then it goes out, creates a bigger hexagon, goes out, creates a final lap. I mean, that's just common sense, right? Instead of having your ship fly all over the place, not making any sense at all, So yeah, that's just kind of a given. Inventory collector, you can assign a ship to go to your ships that have collected inventory, and it's sitting in there, and he'll collect it and then deposit it back at your base, right? If he gets blown up, well, I guess there goes all your stuff, but that's really nice. Mobile repair service, you'll have basically like a maintenance crew. I mean, there's literally in the game for another mission, actually. And the maintenance vessel comes out to repair some stuff. So why wouldn't you have like a crew of guys that could go around fixing uh things? It just makes sense to me. Capital ship loot magnet. This is it helps. Whoops. Let me look and make sure I always like to give credit. Okay, so again, a sailor made this amazing mod. Why is it that a large ship has the same, whatever, we'll call it like a gravity field generator or something. I don't know how it sucks in the vacuum cleaner, the Hoover. It somehow has the same ability as like a small ship? Hell no. And actually, it's really smart to have this because you're cleaning up objects from the universe fast. There is a script that's running, Egosoft has, that will clean up items if nobody picks them up or does anything with them. But this just makes your game run smoother and it makes sense. Flyby looting. Again, I like this mod because it's somewhat cheaty, but you can just kind of, it's not fully cheaty. So let me see what I'm talking about here. Uh, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, it basically is just scanning around you and will pick up if you get close enough to the object, right? Which already kind of happens. I'm thinking just increasing the range of what it happens, but not in a game-breaking means. Like it makes sense. Satellite service, Secret Stash is basically like the Han Solo Millennium Falcon thing. Like you're gonna tell me your guy has like, of course you're gonna have like basically in this game you get scanned by the cops all the time. Yeah, you're the most technically advanced uh, faction person, and you have because of the player HQ. Uh, it's just crazy. So, anyways, you have this box that basically hides your illegal wares. So when you're searched by the police, you're not gonna get hit up. And I believe that it's a little, yeah. I dislike it. I guess it's a little cheaty when you read it because it's just like there's no like limit. I wish there was kind of a limit to how much space you could put in there, or how many items would probably be. But I like it. It just gets annoying, and you're like, oh my God, really? Seriously, man? I just blew up the Xenon defending your station. He drops space fly caviar. I grab it, and then the cop runs over, and now I have to drop it. Like, hold up, man! I just saved you guys. Let me get something for that. So, or let me get the spoils. I'll dip, man. I'm out. Sorry. This I cannot stress is the number one mod for me. I think I said this on a previous video, and I cannot believe I've not rated that up. Reverse engineering is so ridiculously awesome. I can't believe this doesn't have more attention or it's not been updated, but it seems like it's still working from the comments I was reading. Basically, you have to dock your ships. You have to have a shipyard, and you have to capture a ship. You bring that ship back based on its loadout, its everything. You rip the ship apart, and you have a chance to learn based on this. I think the size of the ship. You may take several attempts, but you won't ever learn blueprints that are not on that ship. So if they're like Mark II shields, you're not going to get the Mark IIIs or the Mark One. You're going to get the Mark II, right? So this mod makes it so you don't have to kiss the ass of all these factions. Like, what if you want to just be a straight pirate? This enables you to go to war with them and steal their ships, bring them back to your yard, rip their ship apart, and learn what you need to learn about it. Right? Makes sense to me. I don't know why this isn't in the game. Like, it's brilliant. Anyways, viable seminars. Seriously, you're gonna tell me that they don't have a place where you sell seminars. Like, okay, there's already seminars, and then you gotta hope that some dude didn't read it or use his seminar, his ship explodes, or you find it in some loot box for some idiotic reason. Some people stashed it away because they thought it was awesome, and then nobody ever thought to, I don't know, copy it, right? Like a basic seminar on how to do whatever. I mean, it's just weird. So it would should be sold at stations, right? Like it's not rocket science here. You should be able to buy seminars, not for, I would say, I wouldn't use it. I don't think I would use it for 4 star. Ooh, that's pretty expensive. I'd probably change the values on this. I'll probably go in there and change the value myself because I think um it should be higher than that. But anyways, NPC equipment modification chance. It basically just makes it so that there's a higher chance for mods to drop. Because what if there's dudes out flying ships, they're gonna be probably modding their ships. So this just makes it so you have a better chance of normal NPCs will drop better modified parts. You get high quality parts just by collecting battle debris. You don't have to hunt bucks or hop for good parts. Yeah, see, yeah, it just makes the game less grindy. Buy and sell stations. This is interesting. You can buy stations, but I don't know, man. I would want to use this as an emergency. Oops. Not more like, let's say you get a station built and it's in the wrong area. I can think there's actually a mission where you have to make a whole part station, and it just sucks. It's just like, wow, well, okay, well, I just wasted time and money doing that. So this enables you to sell them, but I wish there was a chance for the faction to go, no, like we don't need that. See what I'm saying? Like, hey, look. Then again, it does make sense in one way. Think about it. If you're a faction, right? You can't like really abuse this. Um, I don't know why you would be able to buy stations though. Why would the faction ever sell a station? See, that doesn't make sense to me. Like selling the station, I could see them be like, well, yeah, of course, it's in our space, we'll buy it from you, to help with our own thing, or we'll just, deconstruct it and get the parts from it or whatever. That makes sense to me, but I'm gonna have to pass on this one because he did put a feature in here where you can't buy anything that's got a defensive station, but then you could just buy a station and slap your own defense modules on it and bam, go to town, right? So no, I can't do it. Let's go back. I have to remove that one. This, I shouldn't have to explain too much on this, but it is utterly, utterly idiotic how slow your crew levels up in this game, but I think it's gotten broken. Um, yeah, see, it's like, yeah, to have your captains get to a level 3, which is basic to trade, it just took forever to do that. Piloting, engineering, most likely very unbalanced right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe just because I read that. I'll have to rely on seminars. I'll buy the seminars and do it that way. I don't want to, just have this could also affect the AI, which could be like a big uh-oh. Okay, so that's it for the mods on the Steam. workshop. So let's look at what I have installed myself. So right here are the mods in your extensions folder when you're manually installing them from Nexus. This is where you'll grab the mods. And I can't believe I didn't put this in the first part, but there's a smart way to actually find the mods, so you don't necessarily have to dig too far, right? There's a little digging, but not too much. Better capture, it just makes more sense that why would these dudes set their ship to self-destruct and then jump out in spacesuits and hope you don't kill them? Like, seriously? Like, that's not gonna happen. Maybe a warship, but, yeah. This gives you a UI that tells you it just gives you a notification as to how far along percentage wise they are in their boarding operation. Um, Paint jobs for sale sounds just like it. Like seriously, nobody has paint jobs. You just have to get them from drops and what? How does that work? Paint cans are flowing? Like I don't know. Anyways, sector satellites. I think I actually have that over here. Make sure I don't. I do need to make sure I'm not doubling up on these. Okay. Sector satellites is pretty cool. Basically, what it does is have these advanced satellites that cost a lot. Like, I think they're like 1,000,000 credits or something ridiculous. But you deploy it in an area and it will place basically nav beacons indicating certain areas of interest. And I think there's a resource one as well that will plop down a lot of resource things, probes in the area around mineable areas. And it would make sense that you would have like it's a quality of life thing. It makes the game better. Unfortunately, I think from reading it, I think you can't the resource part of it's broken, so no biggie, but you can use it for the other part and it makes finding all this stuff in the game fun. Like you'll see where a data vault is at. I mean, you should pick it up on scanners, right? This is like a super satellite, and it costs a lot. Timeline ships. I want to read about that again. I want to see. Um. Okay, so this simple mod unlocks timeline ships. Yeah, he said only you can buy these from the Argon shipyards. You just can't build them. And I'm not sure if he. Universal build method and materials. Okay. See, this is what pissed me off, and this is the only thing I've been able to find so far. And it kind of sucks that you have to get it from Argon, but whatever. Um, they will not deploy it. It's more like he figured out a way to just make it available to the player because right now the way it stands, it's super broken. There's a limit that's placed on this ship and the Dart, and it will be 0 out of 0. And you get the blueprint. So when you get the ship, you get the blueprint. You're like, oh, cool. Until you get it blown up. And then you're just pissed because you're like, are you effing kidding me right now? Like, seriously, why do I have the blueprint? Now it's just mocking me? No, I don't. That's garbage. I don't want that. So this makes it so you're able to, once you have the ship, you can now use it. However, I do have a question about, no, it wouldn't work. Never mind. I was gonna say, I wonder if I could reverse engineer and learn this ship, but you already have the blueprints, so no, I would rather do it this way. Uh, it's just a way to get around that 0 out of 0 garbage. That's it. So, Ventures, amazing mod. This mimics the Venture thing. You can send your ships out on Ventures, which are currently disabled, and you won't see visitors in your universe, but who cares? I can do away with that. X4 logo, I think these are just additional logos. Signal leak hunter. This makes sense. It's a special thing that when you go into station scan mode, I mean, I don't know, it's station scan mode. It picks up the signal leaks and will scan and identify and tell you where the signal leaks are at. So you're not, like I said, sitting around like, where's, I don't know. And I think I just said I had a mod that was like that, so maybe I'll get rid of that one. Data leak scan. I'm gonna unsubscribe from that one. If I'm using that. Auto trader option. See, this is what I'm kind of curious if it's gonna work with Tater Trade. So, auto trader. It's made by really popular mod authors. So, Euclid, I've he makes really good mods. Okay, this is a Fire and Forget version of the old Mark III universe trader by, okay. It is different in many ways from both the original and my X return version. Some players on the initial version would be too much of a cheat. I have added a setup with various options that can be set up. Okay, so auto trade will work on any of your NPC ships, which is not docked and has no running command. This is a new condition as some players have reported problems with the ship as okay. Start script, select ship, right click contextual com. There's only an auto trade menu. Once you have clicked a sub menu, you display auto trade. Okay, so I had to do a com with them. That's fine. I'll keep it because I believe Tater Trade is more. It just gives you a lot more control over how you want your ships to trade. And really, I don't understand. You know, the trade ships are just completely backwards. Like it's broken. It takes so long to get to the point where you can even get them to auto trade, and even then the logic system could be kind of broken on that. So I'm gonna keep it. Apologize for attack. So let me get this straight. So this is if you get shot by the station, they immediately go, "Oops, sorry for shooting you." But you don't get the chance to do that. Man, you hit the guy, they're like all pissy and freaking out, and you can be like, "Whoa, man, hey, sorry," but you can't do that. And now all of a sudden you're at war, right? Here's a support API or API AI tweaks. Okay, boy, oh boy, is that. I think this is that one that I'm just like, yeah. Hang on, let me show you what I'm talking about. What this guy did is brilliant. This was the number one argument besides, well, with fleet logistics or how they attack. Just made no sense in this game at all. Warships, big L class ships would just fly right over stations, get blown to pieces, all sorts of stuff. So what did this guy do? Basically said all ships course correct to move around high risk enemies in their flight path, right? Awesome. I mean, that should be so pretty, I don't know, self-evident. Small ships attack only when they outnumber enemy turrets. Okay, yeah, this you're not in that stops like let's say you have a flight of or a fleet of fighters, and then you send them off, and then the one guy gets there before everybody else because he engages travel drive first, right? So usually your flight leader will get there first, and then he just gets walloped because he's like, "Let's go!" And meanwhile, like the entire wing is like back there eating Cheetos or I don't know what they're doing, but your guys die and it makes no sense. Large ships inch forward against high-risk targets. Oh my God, I can't believe this is so awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Like they should move forward on a target, like let's say a hard target like a Xenon defense platform you see here. Why in the hell are they flying over the top of them? They're battleships, right? They're warships. They're meant to stand off and actually use their main cannons to engage a target. Why on God's green earth are they going to fly over and then do all the ridiculous behavior you'll see? Like they'll invert themselves sideways, like, okay, you just give a bigger target to shoot, or they'll show them their engine. Like, wait, what? Like it just makes no sense. Large ships withdraw a short distance when their shields fall below 90%, so they're given a chance to regen. It makes sense. Your captains are being smart, right? Um, and I think you could tweak this. So you could, like here, this is one of the things that I always said. Look how the attack pattern works on this. The ships are aiming their bow at the enemy, and then they're going to hold off at engagement range, which just makes sense. Like, why would your capital ship, that like this guy right here, he'd be like, "Hey, let's go fly around and let's take a look at this place. I want to get some pictures. You guys, why don't you look at the turret that just blew apart? Uh, whole section 53. You'll notice that we're quickly losing shields, but if you look, it's a pretty light show going on out there." What in the hell? Like, it's like they're on a sightseeing tour, right? Whereas this just makes sense. Like they're not going to go jump way the hell in there. You can also contextually control a lot of these behaviors, which and tweak them. Which right here, this is what you should see a fleet engaging. This is how they should look. Always. You should never see like this Odysseus flying upside down up from the station and then he stops and starts shooting him with only his rear turrets. Like I've seen that. I've seen my ships ram into the station and just sit there, right? Like because I think like the logic couldn't path or figure out a way around it. So this makes it's just awesome, man. This mod is so good. Debug log, and then you can see, I don't know what this is all about. I'll have to look into that more. But yeah, it has a lot of interesting features, and I think it is amazing. Makes me want to look at some more Cortez mods to make sure I'm not missing anything. But let's just keep going over this. UI extensions, it's just, yeah, NPC reactions. You could talk to NPCs now, and they actually will react, and you have more dialogue actions, and it's just cooler. Better piracy is just what it sounds like. It makes piracy a lot more engaging. You can actually go up to ships and like start harassing them, and there'll be like a synthetic kind of voiceover. It's like so if you get this mod, just be ready for the fact that you're going to be hearing like old school text to speech, and it'll be like talking like, "Come on, you don't want to die." Don't you want to abandon your ship? Like, but it's interesting that that it's even there, and it just makes it a lot more sense. So you just when you use it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It makes piracy fun. And then fix illegal buy. Why is it that this makes it so that they'll buy up to so many from you, like security decryption devices or slicers or whatever? I mean, you're gonna tell me that a guy is buying and selling illegal goods, like, oh, I don't want a completed product, like how, what? No, of course he's gonna buy them. All right, so now that I've explained everything, let me show you how I've been finding my mods. So the ones that I missed. So we'll go back. Okay, actually, let me do this from the jump so you can see. So let's say you're at X-Wars, you're on Nexus Mods, you've logged in, and what you're going to want to do is, once you find X4, go to Explore All Mods, right? Then once you're here, you're going to want to expand Refine Results, right? Then what I usually do is go by endorsements, right? And then you just click a field on, apply filter. Now you're looking at only things dealing with audio, and you can just real quickly look, go, okay, not for me, whatever. Click that off, click the next one, apply filter, wash, rinse, repeat, right? So you can go down to, I think I was at, so you can be with me on this one. I was right around here. Yeah, there's a lot of like this is one I used before, and this is when I first started playing. I don't have this downloaded. It's thinking that I have certain ones downloaded. But yeah, I decided to stay away from anything that changes faction ships because I don't want to upset that balance. So anyways, yeah, I already know I checked that one out. So let's check out stations. These are going to be cheaty. Like, I don't want to use a reduction on build time. I think it should take a long time to build a space station. Um, Nvidium plates. Okay. I don't want to add new wares into the game. Import modules. What? All right, no. Oh, huh. Yeah, because you can't get trade station items. So interesting. Hmm. Yeah, why wouldn't you be able to get these docs? Let me do a little due diligence on this. So it's not been updated in a few months. Yeah, I agree with this. It would be really cool if you could build your own like casino. You can, but it's not quite as good. All right, I'm not gonna grab that. Just taking a gander at usually I'll go, well, there's only 2 pages for this, so there's not a lot, so let's move on to traders. Oh boy, there's gonna be a lot here. Traders sell modificate, yep. Tater trade I'm using, mules, okay. Unskilled auto trade, yeah. Because this is basically like who you're hiring, like it's so bad. Modification parts trader, okay. Star auto traders, no, I already have that issue resolved. Common groceries. Anyways, I'm not trying to make this some sort of survival game somehow. Okay, info center. Let me see those. This might be the mod I actually like a lot, if I remember right. Yeah, you can really tune what you want to see and how much information you want to have, which I'm fairly certain is really, really good. Yeah, 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 if this is reported as working, I'm gonna download it. Yeah, my past see this guy. Well, and I'm saying that because it sometimes, digging through all these mods, it just can be a little bit overwhelming if you're just going through mods, but you go through the categories, you quickly find it. Hi, in all fairness, thanks to Qwerty's UI extension, I rarely update this mod, and Qwerty's mod ended as a dependency means better compatibility between mods. Makes Info Center more resilient to updates. I have joked with QWERTY when I see X4 updates and QWERTY updates UIX. I don't have to do anything. 7.0 did make a lot of UI changes that did require an update from me, but that is not guaranteed to be the case with UI extensions and HUD. With UI extensions and HUD being a thing. I guess, alright, yeah, I don't know. I did not play this. Yeah, you know what? I'll give this a shot. So let's do a manual download. I think I downloaded UI extensions. Let me look. Where to's UI extensions? Yeah, I already have that, so I don't need that. And I know I have the mod support for that, so let's go ahead and do that. So I see what he's saying right now. It's because QWERTY is really good modders. For X4, he basically updated his mod, which updated this guy's mod, kinda. Really smart. go back, see if there's anything else. Huh. This almost looks like, oh, it's QWERTY. Huh. Sortable analytics on sales purchases and mining, enlisted data, trade partners, gate distance of trade counts, trade amount. I'm liking the looks of those. It looks like you can, gives you a lot more control over ships away from their commander. Idling ships, auto open. Okay. Just current and intended locations. Okay. Oh, yes, I like that. That sells me right here. I'm a nerd when it comes to the charts and being able to understand the logic system, like, and get a heartbeat. If anything helps me with doing that, like, yeah, I'm all for it. Yep, yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm sold. Let me just make sure that nobody's reporting issues. Scientific, in the extension, there's no entry. And yeah, some mods don't have the extension. Just skip that stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and download it. Mod authors, he's awesome, so I don't have a lot of fear of this like breaking something. It's just a more info for you to disseminate. I wouldn't recommend it though, probably for new players, like functional radar texture. What? Oh, so you don't have the blue rings and everything. No, I'm okay with that. Tool tips, my active mission button. Oh, I see. So basically, there'll be missions where you're supposed to build a factory and you have to meet certain criteria. So all what you used to have to do is you'd get out of the station builder, read, oh, okay, I need this, let me add that. So yeah, that's kind of a no-brainer to me. That seems like it's smart. Quality of life. Yeah, I'll try it. If I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. But you can see just like how much you can tweak this game. So it's going to be so much better going into it, and it will result in me um, getting back to enjoying the game. Okay, sector list, cleaner HUD, UI reset. What's this? This might be another good one. Open a menu, mouse, previous mouse. Huh. Trying to understand this a little more. Mouse move after control move to the center. On controller move. Okay, on mouse move after controller move to the mouse is reset to the center after full screen menu. It's closed. Oh, okay. So it'd be like, let's say you're up here and you're clicking on things. Moment you come out of it, it's gonna be like pink, and your cursor's right in the middle. So it's a quality of life thing. So I get it. So yes, anything adds to quality of life, I'm all for, so it's about done here. Kind of exciting. Looking forward to this. Up a couple times. I already have a new, like I'm using some for this immediate orders. Mining trading fleet. Subordinate order access. I think I've got a lot going on right here, so I don't want to keep adding stuff. Alright, so let's just check it out. So, whoops, traders user interface. Yeah, okay. Went too far back. Utilities. This might be interesting. We're tweaking things, but I don't want to do that. A lot of APIs. Market discovery. I thought I had actually subscribed to that. Let me see if I've market discovery. I could have sworn that yeah, it basically adds an ability for you to find um, black market traders via the explore revisit known stations. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So this was updated. It's been updated recently. Last update July 1st. Let's see when it was updated here. July 1st. Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna subscribe to that. I like it. But I'm gonna do that on the site. Quick sort plugin. Okay, no. Let's go down to visual and graphics. I'll probably apply a lot of these because, increase long range scanner. Yeah, I should download this because I used to laugh about like this straight up Spaceballs action. Like your guys are just like, we suck, you know. Auto camera and autopilot and autopause automatically sets the camera views. Events, docking, cutscene, auto cutscene. Oh, interesting. So this is autoplay cutscenes while docking. When on autopilot, auto first third person camera on station approach, on station depart, disengage autopilot earlier. Can you turn this on and off? I mean, if I can toggle it, which I think you shown right here, extensions, activate auto cam. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't mind having that. It's kind of like, I could see it getting lame, like, or a little bit over, like, uh, kind of like when you would play like Starfield and just like, oh my God, can this docking operation go any slower? But I'll grab it, and because you can turn it off. Paint jobs, we still already have that. See what you have scanned and what's not. Oh, interesting. So it's showing you the modules that you've not scanned. I think that's already done though, is it not? Okay. Yeah, I'll use this. It's just a quality of life thing. So just going to show you areas of the station that you've not scanned. These aren't like huge performance sets, right? And I would think that, you know, Yeah, it just makes sense. Yeah, definitely not on that. Fire and smoke. Heck yeah. I've installed this mod and boy oh boy, I do know I've put this on here. It really adds like so much like the explosions look so freaking cool, man. And I can't believe it's telling me I don't have this downloaded, but let me see if it's like because I have it on here. Fire and smoke. Yeah, I'll absolutely grab that. Thank you. Trust me, like it's dope. It's really nice. Like it really I cannot express like how amazing this mod is. I've used this in the past. I don't know why it's saying I've not, but anything that adds to like the visuals that make it cool like that, like heck yeah. Fire effects. Okay, so this was the mod outdated and he made a new one it looks like, or somebody picked it up. Ooh, I might kind of like this. What's this? Matte black. It'd be really cool for like a pirate theme kind of in a way. Yeah, that would be kind of, yeah, I'm getting that. I like that because think about it, you're a pirate in space and, visually, you want to blend in just kind of like how fighters or, whatever they'll sometimes color themselves like a different, to match the sky or whatever. This makes sense. This is pretty cool, man. I like that. Does this default though? Adds map black. It's default theme. Okay, yeah, hell yeah. You get that. You never know what you're gonna find. That's why I go by each category. Then you'll be like, oh, that's right, I didn't install that. Or you'll see like a hidden gem that you just miss. Like that one guy said, like, wow, how did I miss this mod? I find myself doing that a lot. Um, Paid jobs, okay, additional logo, okay, let's see if there's any more. I'm all for making stuff, new visual effects for anomalies. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Um, oh, trippy, very trippy. It's almost like it's a singularity in a way. Oh, that is so cool. Like bending light. Let me see if that's on the workshops. Just makes it a little easier to track new visual effect anomalies. Um, I don't like dirty glass. I should put that on as well. Because like seriously, what's up with the screens in the game? So let me look dirty glass. Dirty glass. Sarnoog, yeah. Yeah, because here's before, like what they sell you, like your ship just comes out and it's like, yay, oh well. And then this cleans it up. Like it makes sense to me. Like why would you not have that? All right, so let's take a look at some more of these, and then basically going to be moving on. Real space. Turret. It'd be cool if this actually updated and wouldn't. Does it? If this ties in with like real stuff, I've never been in like marketplace holder. This replaces the ads. See when you okay. So a couple of the ads reference DLC added systems. There are no requirements. Okay, so I don't think that's like in real time. Let's see. The tiny comms message window is caused by GemFX. What's that? Okay, what is GemFX? Let me look at that. Alright, so I'm gonna do one last little check here now. What I'm gonna do is do visual. Look for anything that catches my eye, so to speak. Oh, deprecated. Okay. Escape teleport makes it so your ship is destroyed. You have. Oh my god, I can't believe I almost missed this. So, yeah, of course, you can teleport in the game. Why wouldn't your guy have an emergency? Oh, but, you know, and you're back at base, right? This makes sense. So, yes. Um, no, I'm not adding. Oh my god, I'm not definitely not adding anything to. I was gonna add anything to a faction, which I never will. I sure in hell would not add stuff to the Terrans. Crew academies. Interesting. What's this? Hang on a sec. Adds crew academy when added to your shipyards. This will increase the level of crews on new ships you build. You have to research them first to unlock the research. Yes, this makes sense, man. What? Let me know if you release a version that does not also add racial workforce with the racial academies, because it's not worth adding 4 to 6 whole production lines so I can feed those 750 members of each additional race the academy's on. What? Yeah, like why wouldn't there be an academy for you know, you have to research it, so it's up to you if you want to use it. So I'm just gonna check it out. That sounds pretty damn cool, man. And it's kind of wild that I'm searching for visual and like this weird stuff's popping up. So we're on Apocalypse. I really don't give a frick about that. Why am I seeing experimental cruiser? Okay, that's not broken. Up with this. Let me see what this looks like when it's fired. as I thought it would be. Got a really messed up camera angle. Shut it off though. But why are they leaving? Like, it's like they're accelerating nonstop. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't happen. That's the only thing. Oh man, I hate my brain sometimes. Like, because it's a cool mod, and I should just accept it for what it is. And see, here's the reality, right? The reality is, you to leave a contrail like that in space in a vacuum, it would have to be constantly expelling uh, something from acceleration, and that's going to remove from the warhead field. So you think about like, okay, think about it in missiles fired in an atmosphere, they need to keep their motors burning at least long enough to keep that speed up. Actually, the faster you go, the better, but it's a balance between, you have to keep it on target and tracking. And that's why, but in space, you don't have the same thing. It's going to be like you're going to like eject them out the sides of your ship, like an F-22 drops them down and then rocket motors engage. So in space, you kind of have like the expanse thing going on, right? So your torpedoes would be like ejected by like air, right? So it'd be and then the rocket motors would fire, but then they're not going to keep running. But then again, that's not true because I remember in the expanse they were okay, I'll do it. Because I remember in the expanse when he would I remember in that one scene when Avasarala and Bobby are on that racing ship, and dude's coming to save him on the Rossi, and they're being chased by a warship, and he fires like a bunch of torpedoes, fires a bunch of torpedoes, and then the torpedoes like fly formation with the racing ship, and then they're providing a screen by like it going back and then detonating to create um, what do they call it? Missile fratricide or something like that. I forget what it's called, but when you fire like a missile and detonate it to make other missiles detonate, that's actually pretty cool. So now that I think about it, okay, that's it. So I'm not gonna keep nothing else for me to do here except for load the game. So I will be taking a break at this point, but now I have all the mods done. You've seen the reasons. I've explained why I've picked up the certain mods that I have. The reason I'm going modded is because, I mean, there's two mods that are sticking out in my head. Three now. The Fire and Smoke, I can't even tell you how amazingly awesome that mod, like the atmosphere it adds to the game. Ooh, I was kind of curious if you had like Player HQ music. Um, no. Um, because I wanted to have music that would play while you're, let's say, in a map in your office, you know? It's ambient. Does this play in the background of being in your Player HQ? I'll check it out. We'll see. Let me see if that's just on here. Oh, that's X-ray music. Okay. Um, oops. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to download it here. Slightly bigger one. Look out, 5 megabytes. Really? I'm excited to do the new playthrough. So I can show off some of these mods and to see also how maybe some of my favorite mods have moved along. Because once you see the game modded, and it's not like all cheaty cheat mode, which, you know, whatever floats your boat, man. If you're into the whole, you know, um, cheating, like that's how you want to play the game, like faster, um, research, easier research, faster build player HQ. I'm not gonna argue against that because I can see a place for all of it, right? Like, what if you just don't have the time to sit there and you're like, my God. But see, for me, I'm just seeing it as uh, the only argument I would make against that is um, you're you have to be careful of anything that changes the other factions, because if you do anything to do that, you're absolutely going to upset the balance. If you're okay with that, hey, all good. But anyways, I'm all set up, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a break here, chill for a little bit, and then I'll be starting a new game up and using my mods. So take care, happy gaming. If you guys got any comments, please leave them down below, and I promise to respond to any of them. But take care.